Hey y'all, sprinkle sprinkle. How are y'all this evening? This is going to be a short video. I'm not going to be going for too long. But welcome, sprinkle sprinkle. I wanted to first, before I started any of the discussion, how are y'all doing? I wanted to say thank you to Quiznina May. She sent me a lovely gift off of my wish list. Thank you. I really appreciate it. So I just want to tell her thank you for that. Appreciate you. How are y'all? So we're going to be talking about Dusty's hate standards. Oh my gosh, do they get mad? Is that a trigger? Yes, it is. Dusty's hate standards so much that they will do anything except level up or get their money up. They will do anything except try to meet them standards. They will do anything to bring those standards down to the level that they're at, which is very low. So if you ever run into any grown, able-bodied man that tells you your standards are too high, you're never going to find that, just because they can't reach those standards doesn't mean the next man cannot. And all they're doing is trying to tell you that if you want a man like them, that you're going to have to lower your standards because they have a little trouble reaching it. That's all they're literally saying. So when a man, tells you, well, your standards are too high or you're never going to find that. So, I don't expect anything less coming from you because I know you can't meet those standards, but that doesn't mean the next man can't. So it's just like that. Just like when a man asks a woman to cook and clean and go 50-50 with them. A woman never tells a man that he's never going to find that. Let me repeat that. A woman never tells a man that you will never find a 50-50 chick, that you will never find a woman who won't cook for you or submit to you. A woman never tells a man that they can't have that or that's not right. They tell them to just go elsewhere. They don't try to say, well, this or that. They just say, well, you know what? That's not me. But good luck finding that type of woman. It's just not me. They have no problem saying, I do none of that. And I won't do any of that. And that's nothing personal. It's just something I don't do. Now, why can't these men have the same level of courage to just dismiss themselves and say, well, good luck. I hope you find exactly what you're looking for. Why do they have to try to lower your standards to get access to you? Why do they try to discount you? Why do they try to drop your, standards? Why can't they just go to pick Misha and them? That's the question. Dusty's hate standards because the women whose standards that they actually meet, they do not want. I'll repeat that. The standards that the Dusties actually meet are for the women they do not want. And they try to bring you down to the level of the very women they do not want. That should tell you, that is common sense. If someone tries to bring you down to the level of a woman that they do not want, what are they telling you? That once you drop your standards for them, they're going to discard you anyway. And they're going to be on to the next chick with the higher standards that they still can't reach and try to bring them down for temporary, let me repeat, temporary access because they cannot keep you longer because they don't have the funds. And they don't want you after you've lowered your standards to be with them because they're nothing. They have no status. They have no power. And now that you've lowered yourself to give access to them, now you're just as bad as them. So any lady who is contemplating of lowering your standards for a man who can't meet your current standards, remember what I just said. They don't want the women that are able, that they don't want the women that they're able to reach the standards of. They don't want those women. So as soon as you lower yours, it's over. It's better to be wanted. It's better to be wanted from afar. Okay. Dusties hate standards. That's like they kryptonite. As soon as they hear standards, no, there's something wrong. No, you're never going to do. No, you're never going to find that. No, you're being unrealistic. Oh, you're delusional. Oh. Why don't you go get the women that do all that stuff then? They everywhere. I promise you. Them women are everywhere. They're sitting up there listing all the stuff they can cook. How they gonna cater to you? How they gonna have your bath water ready? But you're not looking for them. You ain't. They meet all your standards. They've lowered their standards just to be with you, even if you are not a provider. Them ladies are sitting there waiting on y'all, praying for y'all. Dear Lord, send me a good man. Then they're going to say, I'll do whatever it takes. They're praying for Dusties to enter their lives. They're praying for someone to support and go 50-50 with. They're literally looking for y'all. They're chasing y'all. They're texting you. Where are you? Why you didn't call me back? Did I do something wrong? They're everywhere. Why aren't you over there? Why aren't the Dusties over there? Because they don't want women with low standards. They don't even want them. Okay. It's literally, now excuse me if this is insensitive to the LGBTQ, but it's literally like turning you out. It's literally like making you change teams. If you drop your standards, that's literally it. It's just like somebody gay that's trying to turn somebody straight gay. You can't do it if it ain't happening. You know, you can't, it's standards. Then after they gay, they don't want them no more. They go on to the next straight dude trying to turn them out. So why would you lower your standards, women? They don't want you after you done turn into Pygmisha. You're no longer valuable. Sorry, Pygmisha. You gonna learn one day. But you're no longer valuable after you lower them standards. It's just like an expensive piece of clothing. After a couple of seasons and it's on sale and on the rack at Ross or TJ Maxx or whatever, and you know, after it's dropped its standards and its value, because it's not couture, you got to stay couture. You know, couture don't go on sale, like Kanye said. Don't lower your standards. Keep them high. Dusties don't want you after anyway. All you're doing is being the fool. So ladies will always question me and ask me, what if I'm lonely? What if I miss my Dusty? How do I get over a Dusty? They don't even want y'all no more. A Dusty don't even want you no more if you lowered yourself to their level. They don't even want you no more. You're not even valuable anymore. Not to them. Because you drop your standards. That's why you got to get over a Dusty. And that's why they don't have to get over you. So y'all got to listen. Leave the dust alone. Do not drop your standards for anyone. That includes anyone. Because remember, it's better to want something or to have wanted it than to get it cheap and discard it later. Think about it. This is why, yeah, exactly. That's why a lot of ladies would rather or prefer being single to lowering their standards to dust. Because when you're single, you can literally date every night of the week. You can literally take money from whoever is giving it to you. People equate the word single with lonely, and that's just not true. You could be out every night in a non-committed way. You could have a date with a millionaire one night, a date with a business owner the next night. You could be going to like a concert with another person, a friend, like, your girlfriends. The next day, you don't have to cook and clean for anyone. You ain't got to wash nobody's dirty drawers. You ain't got to fake submit to someone because they're supposedly a man. But you're still reaping all the benefits of having a provider. Just because you're single doesn't mean you're not being provided for. You don't have to lower your standards and commit to dust. I promise you. You don't have to commit to dust. Dust is not worth committing to. Never lower your standards to dust because they don't even want you after that. Okay? Temporarily, but that's it. Once you've lowered yourself, then you become a pygmeisha. And dusties don't want pygmeishas. Period. Y'all know this. Besides, no one wants to be known as dropping their standards to be with a dusty. It's just embarrassing. Anyway, shameless plug time. Everybody get their new Sprinkle merch at this link that I'm putting in. If y'all like wine tumblers or little coffee mugs, get your little Sprinkle wine tumbler. It's pink and white. Has like a little lid that does this. Comes off. And you can put your wine or your coffee in here. Okay? Get this. It's cute. Sprinkle. If you are looking for a more seasonal, if you're looking for a more seasonal tumbler for your water or your lattes, get your Sprinkle pink witchy hat. It's under the seasonal collection for fall. Get that too. If y'all just want to write notes, get your Sprinkle notepads. That's going to be in the extras collection. Oh, it's just dust-free era. And it's thick, good paper. It ain't that cheap stuff. It's that thick stuff. Okay? Get your Sprinkle notepads. Thank you. So, I'm trying to get this lighting right because it's getting dark. You said ill and disrespect. Yeah, dusties need to figure it out. Like, instead of putting all this energy and trying to get a woman to lower her standards, instead of trying to get someone to feel guilty about not accepting your dust, just go use all that energy and effort in learning how to get some money. And you know what a lot of dusties will tell you? Well, if I ever get money, I would never spend it on a woman like you. Well, good for you. Go spend it on another woman. Either way, you're going to be spending it on a woman, so I don't care. Okay? It's not a threat to me. It's not a threat to someone who just dismissed you. You're going to spend it somewhere on some woman. I don't care who it is. As long as you become a provider and the man you're supposed to be, I'm glad. I don't feel like people understand that. We just want the best for women. We just want the best for these guys to reach their full potential before pursuing any type of woman. Focus on your success. Focus on that, because even though dusties hate standards, if they try to go do anything else in life and there's some standards to reach, they're going to quickly give up. This is why you don't deal with dust, Because if they can't even reach the standards of being successful or being disciplined enough to become successful, they're never going to reach a woman's standards because women are literally impossible. Women are literally the most mysterious thing on this planet. So if you can't reach the standards of becoming a successful provider, you're never going to reach the standards of a woman. Never. Not one that knows who she is and values herself. You can reach the standards of a pygmisha even every given day of the week. It's too easy. You don't want it. So, Dusties, in your mind, make this make sense. You don't want pygmisha, but you don't want to do better to reach the standards of a woman you actually want. Make it make sense. You want to turn a woman into a pygmisha, but she wants to turn you into success. Make that make sense. Make it make sense. You want to turn a woman into a pygmisha while she only wants you to be successful. Think about it. You want the worst for her. She wishes you the best. What kind of sense does this make to even deal with that mentality? I'm not dealing with that mentality because, first of all, they don't like you. They may like what you look like. They may want to experience you in a lustful way, but they don't like you. They don't want the best for you because they're offering themselves and they know that they are far from the best. So if a Dusty offers themselves to you, they don't like you. If a Dusty says, look at this, you want this, where's your money? It's not about money. Nobody gonna ever meet them standards. You're gonna be alone. Okay. Dusty don't even like himself. So you know he don't like you. He don't even like himself to get his money up to have the type of woman he wants. He don't even like himself enough to actually want the best for you. He's trying to bring you down to his dusty level. And then he's not going to like you anymore either because he don't like himself. So never lay down with dust, baby. Never do it. Not even for a drunken state of, whatever. Don't even do it. Don't even get drunk around Dusties. Don't lower your inhibitions around no Dusties, girl. In fact, don't even be around Dusties, period. Get away from them. You say you rebuke all dust demons. Exactly. Rebuke them dust demons. Tell them to go back from whence they came. And do not ever return. In the name of Shira, sprinkle, sprinkle. Yes. In the name of Shira, I rebuke you, dust demons. Mama say, Mama sa, Mama kusa, shana, dust demons be all. Anyway, yeah, it's not a threat to someone who dismissed you. Exactly. Dust demons think we want them. Nobody wants you except for Pygmisha, and you don't even want her. So, Dusties, think about this. You know how y'all don't like Pygmisha and y'all don't want Pygmisha? That's the same way we feel about y'all. This is the only way you're going to make it make sense to a Dusty. The same way you don't want Pygmisha. You know, them chicks in the comments talking about, that's right, Kane. Hoping that you're going to sneak into their DMs later and you never do. It's the same way. We don't want y'all the same way y'all don't want Pygmisha now. Y'all ever see Pygmisha in the comments on some of them posts? You scrolling and you see something like this dude asking a woman to pay half or something, and then you go straight to the comments. You're like, "Ooh, who's a pick Misha? Who's a pick Misha?" And then you spot all the pick Mishas under the comments of Dusties, hoping that somebody pull up in their DM, and they never do. So it's just a waste of texting or typing under those videos because nobody wants pick Misha. You know what I'm saying? So y'all out there doing the most pick Misha. Y'all out there in them comments talking about I'll pay for that. I think that y'all look so pick Misha-ish. But if y'all are happy providing, remember, a Dusty don't even want y'all. Dusties don't even want you because they wouldn't be arguing with another woman about paying 50-50 if they wanted y'all who already do 50-50. They wouldn't be sitting up there trying to convince a woman of, standards to split bills if they really wanted y'all. Think about that for a second. They're not sitting somewhere across from a woman with high standards trying to convince her to pay half on a bill when you sitting up there in the comments waving, talking about pick me, pick me. They don't want y'all. They don't even want y'all to want to split bills. They want to put high standard women on y'all's level. And they're mad because they can't do it. And then as soon as they do it or they're successful at it in some form or fashion, they don't want y'all no more anyway. That's why a lot of y'all being ghosted by Dusties because they don't want you. They're mad because they can't have what they really want because they haven't made it to the level of success that they need. So they're just trying to see if they can convince you to lower your standards. Even though you got 1,000 pick Mishas in the comments talking about that's right, Kane, da 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 da, they're not checking for none of y'all. None. They're in the DMs of women who don't want them. And let me tell you the psychology behind a Dusty wanting something they can't have. They hope one day that they can have it. But today they know they can't because they don't have the funds. It is wishful thinking. And instead of wishful thinking, go take wishful action and getting the money. Instead of trying to lower the standards of a woman, go higher your standards of success. And let me tell y'all Dusty something, because I know y'all be listening. Sometimes the woman that you actually wanted, whose standards were high, if you use that same amount of energy that you use trying to bring women's standards down to become successful, you might not even want that woman anymore, and you might do better. I repeat that. You might do better if you put all that focus on becoming successful. You might become out of her league. Know what I'm saying? So it's no use sitting around begging people to lower their standards because you can't become successful in life. And you don't even want the women that want you. Just put that energy into yourself. Oh, Ortega. Okay, I can't pronounce nothing, girl. Orgenta. Okay. Thanks for my existence. Thank you, girl. I appreciate it. Sprinkle, sprinkle. Okay. Yes. Tell the Dusties, go get a job. Tell them to go own a business. Tell them to become an entrepreneur. Exactly. Go tell them to go get an entrepreneurship. Become an entrepreneur. Tell them to get a job. Tell them to start a business. Tell them all of those things because that's what they need to do. Okay. You said how to reverse pick me shit. Raise your standards. Don't deal with dust. Only deal with providers only, or don't deal with nothing at all. Princess treatment only. That's how you raise it. Raise your standards. Princess treatment only, providers only. Period. Nothing less. That's how you level up from pygmy. How to get away from dust. Only deal with men that have money. Don't talk to nothing broke. Somebody try to talk to you and you know they can't pay all your bills, dismiss. That's that simple. Literally that simple. Literally, it's that simple, ladies. Y'all are making it too complicated. Y'all are trying to reason with dust. You can't reason with dust. What's one of my sayings? If they're not paying, they not staying. Don't do it. Is it the same for you if you're only 18? As long as you're not paying for no grown able-bodied man on any dates or anything, you probably don't even have any bills hardly, except maybe your phone bill. You know, don't reach in your purse when you out with a grown able-bodied man. That's all I can tell you. Don't have no broke man's baby. Don't lay down with nothing broke. Date for lifestyle. If you're still young and you're just dating for fun, protect yourself. Don't get pregnant. And only deal with guys that have money that can pay for dates and all, etc., etc. Don't deal with nothing broke. Unless you just want the broke experience. Do what you gotta do. I don't know. But I don't know anyone who would like that. Um, you said you listened to a Dusty and you got exploited. Ignore them. Girl, don't listen to Dust. Dust is in survival mode. They're gonna say anything. What if he pays for everything and says he likes getting treated to dinner once in a while? Then give him a gift card to Taco Bell. Sprinkle, sprinkle. And put in the cart, dinner's on me. Okay. There's you go. Here's your dinner. Good luck. Well, I ain't gonna be with you. I ain't finna be embarrassed paying for no dinner in public with no grown able-bodied man. You better go drive through a Taco Bell and have a good old night. Frank, Frank. Might have to go in a second, y'all. Okay. It's embarrassing being out with a man paying for anything. Exactly. Tell him I'm embarrassed to pay for stuff out in public with grown able-bodied men. So I'm just gonna get you a gift card to Taco Bell. Just tell him straight up, it's embarrassing paying for a grown able-bodied man. Yeah, I'm embarrassed. Sprinkle, sprinkle. Y'all are so silly. What if they say it's embarrassing to pay for a grown able-bodied woman? They're they be trying to Uno reverse it. Say, well then, if it's embarrassing paying for a woman, then maybe you should be out with a man. Sprinkle, sprinkle. Uno reverse flip. Sprinkle, sprinkle. Okay, they trying to Uno reverse, you Uno reverse flip. Change the color too. Well, if it's so embarrassing to be out with a grown able-bodied woman and paying, well, you need to be up with another man. And if they're talking to you in that manner, they're dusty anyway, man. Dismiss. Mm-hmm. Okay. Leave immediately. What if you found the one that ticks all the boxes, but he loves what? Then then introduce him to your male friend, Sprinkle Sprinkle. Tell him you found their match. Honestly, if you don't like something, then they don't tick all the boxes, baby. Uh-oh, Katie, Sprinkle Sprinkle. Your baby daddy humiliated you in public because your provider commented under your photo. Now he's talking to multiple girls and not giving me money. What to do? Put him on child support. Sprinkle, sprinkle. That's what you do to a baby daddy. Put him on child support. Is he already on child support? Because if he wasn't, he should have been. Okay. Your provider wants to get a fancy penthouse, but you want a house instead. How to convince him? Well, get the penthouse first, then start saying, like, get the penthouse first, then start complaining every day about it. Get a bunch of plants, get a bunch of stuff that only go in houses, and start trying to decorate it like a house. Start like an indoor garden, put plants everywhere, you know. I don't know if y'all are going to buy the penthouse or if it's just renting it. But if y'all aren't married, I don't think he cares what you think. You know what I'm saying? Someone said get a dog, fake a pregnancy. Nobody wants to live in a penthouse with a baby. Mm-hmm. So, okay, and a lot of you ladies are dating men who are literally, and it's sad to say, are living their best feminine life. And y'all keep trying to deal with it instead of just dismissing them right away. You know what I'm saying? As soon as you get the first red flag that that man is not a masculine provider, dismiss them. Okay? There are plenty of pick Misha out there waiting on you to dismiss them so that they can find them. Do pick Misha a favor, ma'am, and send them on her way. Okay? Because that's the first person they calling when the date don't go well. So pick Misha, you get a call at 11, 12 o'clock. You know what happened. He got dismissed because whoever he was trying to get with wouldn't lower their standards to a dusty. So now he's calling you for some temporary relief. Uh-oh, Argenta. Thank you, girl. Sprinkle, sprinkle. You follow me for 1 month. Your Pick Misha friend suggested you to me. I never heard of you before, and I'm very happy that I found you and listened to your lives for hours. You're from Germany. Oh, thank you, girl. Sprinkle, sprinkle. I'm glad you found my channel. Welcome. Oh, Lady Tower, sprinkle, sprinkle. What would you do if your boyfriend of 1 year forgot to give you your monthly allowance? I would have been on direct deposit by then, ma'am. You waiting too long. Um, yeah. Yeah, you should have been on direct deposit, ma'am, after 1 whole year. That means their money goes directly into your bank every day on this, every month on the same date. Just tell him to put you on direct deposit so that never happens again. Okay. Mm-hmm. Trying to read somebody. You said Dusties are jealous. Not really. They're just unable to reach them standards. So they're just big mad. If the only reason they'd be jealous of a woman is they've wanted to be one. Oh, Hallie Cherry, sprinkle, sprinkle. A 60-year-old man never had a job, has a house, 2 cars. He won't give you any details about his income or his alleged real estate investments. How do I figure out what he can do financially? I hate the secrecy. He never had a job. He inherited that money. Come from old money, sprinkle, sprinkle. Or there was a settlement and his parents left him the money. Someone says generational wealth. Exactly. Old money, generational wealth. Passed down. You said Dusty's getting mad for having standards. I know, right? Tell them to get mad at themselves for not being able to reach them standards. That's just will turn it around. It's like, don't be mad at me because you can't reach my standards. Be mad at yourself because you can't reach them. I'm just here being who I am. You here trying to change me already. Day one, you trying to change who I am. No, sir. Go finish doing what you got to do. Come back when you can reach these standards. That's all you got to tell them. Why should a man spend on you before you give it up? Because you ain't gonna give it up until a man invests in you. Sprinkle, sprinkle. Only pick me should give it up. So go find her. You know, see, women, smart women have rosters. They have men that pay bills, give money. They're choosy and picky on who they give themselves to. Okay. A man will take anything. Okay. So the difference is women have standards because they can have standards. Broke men, I'm going to say broke men will take anything. Broke men will take anything offered to them. So it doesn't even matter. So don't offer yourself to a broke man because they will literally take anything. And if you don't consider yourself just anybody or just anything, do not ever offer yourself to a broke man. Don't ever lower your standards to a broke man. Because think about this. When a woman with high standards tells that man no, and he gets discouraged, who is he going to go call? Who is he going to? What type of woman or man is he calling up after you reject him? Think about this. And then the next day, he's at it again, trying it again with a woman with high standards. If that woman with high standards lowers her standards and she lays down with that dusty, broke dude, she has literally lowered herself to the same standards of the woman that he calls up after he gets rejected, that he doesn't even want, that who probably looks like who did it and why. Y'all are now on the same level to him mentally because now you've reduced yourself to the same level. And now you're no longer valuable to that person because you're really a pygmisha in disguise. So therefore, keep them standards high. Yeah, who did it and why? You know, that's what they looking like. They call them up. Hey, you still awake? Can I come through? You know, when they arrive at that house at 12 midnight, 11:30, how them women looking? They was already asleep in the bed, took all their makeup and hair off, you know, put on their curlers or bonnet or whatever they putting on their head before they go to bed. Oh, Sadie, sprinkle, sprinkle. This guy takes you shopping, etc. He asks why I don't reply to his calls, text faster, asks me where I'm at, says, how do I get him to stop asking? Tell him your phone is very slow. You can't afford the full package of data, and that you need to upgrade your storage on your phone, which is probably just cheaper to get a better phone, and see if he takes you to buy you a nicer, the new model of the phone. But blame it on the phone, man. Say, I'm trying to text, but it just doesn't go through. My phone is so slow. I need more data storage. I should just get the new phone. I've dropped it a few times. See if he likes you enough to go buy you a new phone so you can respond super fast to deal with his own insecurities. See how insecure he really is and exploit him and use it to your advantage. It's like, oh, okay, if I buy her a phone, she'll text me back ASAP. Then put him on automatic text. Whenever he texts you, have an automatic text come back and change it every day. And have your different options of what you're going to press for automatic text. That's all you got, Auto. See, if you're smart, you can navigate through all this. Like, okay, today I'm setting up my automatic text to say, hey, I missed you. Hey, I'm super busy right now, but I'm so glad you texted me. What are you doing? Tell me about your day. Da, 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 da. Put all that in your automatic text every morning before he starts texting you with his insecurity. Then hit the one button, and that's all you got to do. Have him on automatic text all day. And then when you get some time, then text that fool. Okay? Mm-hmm. He said, anyway. What if you married a Dusty and you want out? Then start making demands of a high standard woman. There ain't nothing that'll get rid of a Dusty faster if you just turn super bougie and sprinkle on them. Tell him you ain't paying no more bills. See what he do. I'm not paying any more bills. You've had this long enough to figure out how to be a full provider. Go get a second job. He gonna choose you or a second job? He gonna choose the second job to keep you, or he gonna choose himself to stay Dusty? So give him an ultimatum. Like, either you go get a second job and level us up to the level we're supposed to be and start paying all the bills, or I'm gone. Just tell him that. What he gonna do? Either he'll figure it out or he'll leave. That's how you get rid of him. Thank you. You said Dusty say nasty things to me when I say I prefer rich guy. Well, they should say nasty things to you because you just called them broke. You expect them to compliment you? Well, I'm so glad that you have good taste in men, and I'm sorry to bother you, ma'am. They're supposed to be mad, but they're literally mad at themselves, not you. They're just projecting onto you. Don't worry about it, girl. They're mad because they broke. Just like, I'm sorry that you feel that way, but what can you do? His parents are middle class. It's not old money. He was a hustler and says it was legal. How do I figure out what the bag is? Maybe he's a gambler. Sprinkle, sprinkle. Maybe he gambled. Let's see. No. Maybe he was a gambler, ma'am. We don't know. Stop talking to them for real. Yes. You said your man gives you money, but taking so much time to meet up. Don't understand. Okay, so I don't know what that means. I don't know if he's taking too much of your time up when y'all meet, or is he taking a long time to want to meet up? So I don't understand what you're saying, but I'll answer in both ways. If he's taking too much of your time when you first arrive, right after you get the money, you tell them what time you have to leave and make it very soon. But only after you get the money. Okay. If he's taking too long to want to meet you in person, who cares? Just keep collecting the money. Oh, Belinda, sprinkle, sprinkle. Going to your job interview, he's a man. What to do? Look good, wear red lipstick, and an intoxicating perfume, and dress very feminine. Office siren. Look up office siren. Dress like that on your interview. Sprinkle, sprinkle. Oh, Sadie. He knows all men provide for me to be with me. How do I get him to offer to pay my bills without asking? Tell him you only date provider men. Only date providers, and I'm so glad you're one of them. And then when it's time for you to get your bill money, just like, you know what? I'm so glad I have you. I have a favor to ask you. And he'll be like, what? What's the favor? Could you maybe help me this month with my bills? You don't have to. I'm just asking as a favor. Don't take a loan. Don't say you're going to pay him back. People have a hard time saying no to favors. Okay. I gotta go, y'all. But I told you this wasn't going to be a very long live anyway. But we got at least to 40 something minutes, almost 50 minutes. Yeah. But thank y'all so much for being here tonight. Thank you for everybody who asked good questions and donated. I appreciate you guys. Remember all my merch. The link is in the live comments, and also it should be in the description bar, but if not, here's the link. It's also on the top link of my bio on my Instagram, SheRaSeven. If y'all want some sprinkle sprinkle merch, or there's some sprinkle sprinkle merch that's different from this, probably underneath this video. You click on that. All right. I'm going to see y'all very soon. Remember, Dusties hate standards. It's like their kryptonite. Dust demons hate standards. It's like holy water to them, So if you ever want to see if a man is a dusty, make sure if he can't meet all your standards, and tries to lower them, he's most likely dusty. So a man that can't meet your standards, but doesn't try to make you lower them, but just says, I hope you find what you need, it's better. Okay. I'll see y'all later. Bye. but still don't get with him. He's just dismissing you because he's trying to be nice and tell you he ain't got what you need.